lineup.
As close to it, yeah, no, JP definitely still was part of that lineup, yes.
Yeah.
And the world still believes ONIC might take this. Roughly 60-40. Here we go. One more look at the Game 1 draft by ONIC PH and Echo.
Oh man. This
A
is
Purify on the CC.
Yeah. They're also avoiding. They're up against a Grok and they're up against a Barret. Actually, one of the reasons why I didn't like the Claude is that you're already going up against two heroes that will make you struggle, the Barrets and then the Grok. So, of course, it makes sense that they build up the Purify.
yeah, for sure. I feel like the Purify is okay, and they're you expect JP to go a little bit ham on these situations.
Yeah.
So expect that Purify to be very well used.
Here we go. Game number 1. A purple start for both junglers. Escalera peeping in on Carl TZ. As an Arlet, again, he's very self-sustaining, and there's very little that Sanji can do early on. Let's see. Can they dance? Forcing out a retry.
Dancing it out, Escalera as deep as it gets, knowing that Echo's early game basically relies on the Valentina.
Yeah. Oh, Sanford. Again, this is the CC Xborg mashup. They both can just heal through each other and just poke each other. That's what they're aggro.
Nice missiles. Try to see if they can catch him. Oh, they rode it, but there's a trap set up by Super Friends. Slayer, are they ready to go for the fight? Apparently not. That was a close call.
You see how Escalera just vengeance in one more time. Just let me try this. Let's see.
Let's see what I can get. Oh, kick
Try
off!
as much as you can, though. Sanji's going to go down for first blood.
Oh, and Escalera, look at the aggro juggle. Almost got caught by JP's wall. They get away with it. First blood going up. We're about to get the hand, and it's game time. I'm thinking he's just going to go full on defense. Doesn't look like there's any room for like an Axe of War here.
Yes. This Axe of War that you speak of is very for later.
Yeah, it's a greedy build. It's what usually ranked games Barats look like. Look at the gold lane, man. We didn't really get to talk about the gold lane much.
Yeah, the gold lane here for Kellera obviously will take some time.
Yeah. Both of them rocking Brave Mice, so I think Benny Cutie is going to be going for the tanky route. Let's see if it's going to be the type of...
Is this 4 Brave Smites? This is the most Brave Smite I've seen.
Yes.
Yes, that is true. And Sanji even rocking another emblem that will give you health. Right now, though, Flicker being used, make basically a big out for JP. Great usage of the Guardian's Barrier here. And Carl TZ, though, they told us welcome will not be enough. Gonna get swatted down here is going to be Escalera. Sanji doing some pretty good work, but will be answered very quickly by ONIC as well.
Oh,
look at that. King Kong get taken out. Big boom booms coming in early on.
Jungle on jungle violence. I'd call it a wash. Like, ONIC was in a little too deep, even if they did get the kill first.
Yeah, and ONIC still sticking to their keys to victory. Smother your opponents. Don't let them breathe. And up against a team like Echo, they did it against AP Brand. They're doing it against Echo now. I think ONIC have just solved the top 3 puzzle. Control it. Don't let them control.
Here we go. One more time.
We're going to see Wild Charge again being used by JP. Another great search here for Sanford. He's becoming such a nuisance for ONIC, dealing the majority of the damage in these team fights.
No ultimate though for Carl TZ. No death on his welcome just yet. Let's see.
Yep, no surprises available because Super Prince is going to be forced into the pit. But of course, JP might be low. King Kong still gets that turtle though. And a great escape.
Talk about magic. Super Prince. What? Sanford.
Played it. Oh, that was too much.
Yeah, but it was a trade nonetheless. 4D. Whoa.
Sanford going in deep.
That was a deep.
Escalera making the most out of the vengeance heal that he got. Able to sidestep it and turn it into a trade in what could have been Sanford getting away with a kill on himself. ONIC, what a performance so far, but Echo are matching them punch for punch.
Final slash through the wall.
Final slash.
This is amazing. Can I just say that the little minute details and just the calls that each player's making adds up. And eventually that's why this match is still so close. 4 minutes in, JP. Ho.
Especially early on when they forced Flicker from Super Friends. And now it's going to be JP who's in the middle of it. Escalera, so aggressive right now on the Arlo. Will pay for it with his life. Underneath the turret is going to be JP and the rest of the Echo squad. But where is everyone now? Everyone's just going for the full retreat, using the diversion for a quick replenish onto the base.
It feels like Echo saying, oh, you guys want to fight? You guys want to box? We will do that too. And I didn't expect that call to just go on Escalera. I don't know whose call that was. It looked like it was JP just straight up going, all right, let's just wild charge this guy.
Again, the fact that you did not see it coming and that it looked odd made it all the more effective for Echo.
It really did. Caught them by surprise.
I'm pretty sure in ONIC's mind, all three of them, the roaming, the trio mid-roaming jungle, there's no way they're doing this. No, there's no way. Then they suddenly do.
Yeah, let's go!
Just like that, Escalera once more using that flicker as soon as it's up on combo with Carl TZ. JP, very tanky players here from Echo, just focusing on not dying.
I understand now. The tough boots keeping Carl alive a little longer to survive from Prince's damage.
Yeah, just too much. Oh, look at that. Everyone's diving in. Man, that turtle's going down very quickly. King Kong might still get this, but the final slash might have been canceled there. Escalera, I don't think he's going to be able to do this now, but they're going to still try and see if they can get some damage on the Stanford, forcing a flicker out as well from the X-Board.
That's amazing. Echo is playing ONIC's team fight like they would juggle a turret's aggro. They're just moving from target to target to target, and they're getting away with big wins like this.
And both teams are actually timing engagement so well. Super Prince, Eska, and everyone else on the side of Echo that has flicker. Because it felt like all of the engagement we've seen so far, it seems like, hey, they had flicker at that time? They did.
They had it again?
Yeah, they had it again.
All right. We seem to be ignoring the elephant in the room. How did Kelra push that lane so quickly, alone?
Yeah, what's he doing? He's doing everything on his own, right?
He's been alone.
For the whole time.
Yeah, Benicurity hasn't gone down. It's just a 300 gold lead, so it looks like it came from a play wherein Benicurity might have just been sent back at the wrong time, forced to retreat, go back and heal, and Kelra just went, all right, I'm going to take this tower. And at the same time, Benicurity, before anything else, he's actually, if I'm not mistaken, he's double laning a bit or getting a bit of resources from the jungle as well.
That's how.
Oh, that is a beautiful sweep there. Final slash into Super Princess Escalera's waiting arms.
That was worth it, man. That's Sanji we're talking about.
Daytona's welcome here, activated by Carl TZ. He's under the turret, but he's actually the one getting the majority of the damage. Look at that. They're going to be able to survive at least for the meantime, but Echo are having a hard time keeping those HP bars up.
ONIC threading the needle. They're still very aggressive. They're still on him.
They're still here. They popped the Firaga armor as well.
Non-stop action for ONIC and their playstyle.
Eska.
Bad spot.
Escalera's trapped, and there you go. Another flicker. See, why did he have that again?
And he's fine. It's not like a fully retreating flicker. It's more of a flicker to
sidestep
and get him into a better position for this turtle. This is amazing. Again, as Raptor said, totally non-stop action. The impactful plays from both ONIC and Echo.
Let's see if ONIC will be bound for glory in taking this turtle. They will be. Super Prince, Enchanted Talisman Rush.
It's a TP.
Oh, here we go.
TP play, where are you going? They're going up on the mid. Relatively safe location, maybe focusing on the turret instead.
Quick rotation there. Again, it came at no cost. Usually you would have to sacrifice time and space, but here they were just like, all right, if we can get it, we get it. If not, let's just do our thing.
Maybe someone's waiting, maybe not.
Yeah, a lot of the itemization of ONIC encourages them to stay in the map and not go home. Enchanted Talisman, quick mana regen there for the Lo Yi. Already up to a Guardian Helmet for the Baksha, so that if ever he gets low, he can just stick around and get life elsewhere. And then, of course, for Escalera, you really have to commend how he's timing the use of his Vengeance. And, of course, basic common emblem on this roamer means he always has the mana to stay and fight. And that's why ONIC have been smothering Echo.
And again, just for them to get this 800,
another play,
1,000 gold lead, they relocate themselves, zoning up top. I don't think they see this rotation. They don't know.
They don't.
They miss. They totally miss.
See King Kong, which he is right now, showing himself. But yeah, that could have taken someone by surprise very easily.
And they just barely missed each other. If ONIC or Echo took the different route through the jungle, they would have bumped into each other.
Oh, for sure. Now let's see where ONIC will go to next once that diversion is up. In Indonesia, I believe it was the mid laner of Rebellion with a Lo Yi signature pickup as well. They often go for the flanks. Let's see when ONIC will do that. Echo, on the other hand, they're still trying to get farm up onto Benicurity. It's a 2-level gap between the Claude and the carry. Diversion again. Carl TZ is in trouble.
Again, it's a game of inches, and now
it's
it's
Stanford.
just...
It's Sanford who's actually being caught here. Has the Firaga armor pop, but he does have immortality, so still relatively safe. And maybe that's some time. Maybe that Firaga armor regenerating might be enough time for maybe ONIC to go for a Lord take.
He's okay. They're okay. All right, about 5 seconds until the Lord spawns here. Upper quarter of the map. And Echo are forced to stay on their side.
Yep.
Oh my god. It's been a relatively close game, but Echo can't cross the river.
Yep. Up against a low Yi. It's risky. And look at ONIC rushing it. It's like they're confident to know that Echo can contest this, but let's see.
Yep, Carlthys has Radiant Armor, so he may be confident that he might take up a lot more hits than usual. But look at this. It's going to be physical damage being brought out by ONIC. Escalera Gem. Close by is also Kelra, so they're waiting for either one of them to make a move.
Hard reset here as both junglers try to go for their buffs first. A few more seconds until Benekyu can get the orange. And now King Kong served up his purple. Now we're back to the dance. Lord here approaching 3/4 of his health.
Possible for play, no need. Right now, as Carlthys is the target, he's half HP, but the rest of the team of Echo is here to try and stop the rampage of the Sonics. And we can see that they take out one, they take out the Escalera, and Gem will fall as well. That looked really good for Echo. Scary for a bit, but they won it overall.
Wow.
Again, in a snap, I could have sworn both of them wanted to engage.
Yeah. You can see there actually in the bottom left corner. Well, wait. Super Fritz Kelra, can they? Will they? King Kong gets stopped. But he's here.
He stops it. Benekyu secures that Lord.
The Baksha Unite was just stopped right there. If he could have gotten through, if he weaved himself through, he would have gone through the wall and then maybe got the retreat.
Yeah. And now Echo with the Lord can push out ONIC. It's been a while since they've been in this position in the losing scenario. As we look at the replay, where are we going to be looking at? To Escalera, you can actually see in the bottom left corner of your screen, right before that play, he called it. He was screaming, I am going to set it up. But they didn't expect the Benekyu would be coming in late. The late entry help secures 2 kills for Echo there. And Echo just handled the rest of that so incredibly well.
Oh, that was a more fragile approach than I thought. Again, the aftermath of that clip.
Yes.
There was no retry. They both tried to use it earlier in that fight. He was just going off of Baksha Unite and then maybe a second skill. That's all that King Kong wanted to do.
They're milliseconds apart, right? Milliseconds apart of disjointment, and Echo basically took over after that.
Yeah. No, JP. Oh!
Foresight by Super Prince, dodging the wild charge flicker.
JP was able to land it onto 1 or 2 if I'm not mistaken, but Sanji missed his own final slash, stealing it from the Arlot. But Echo still have a little bit of control, but that mid-tower standing is a thorn on the side of Echo.
Amazing dodge. That was a 2-layer dodge.
Yeah.
Whew. High-level mechanics being shown by both of our teams right now. And I would say Super Friends, I'm surprised he's not dying.
Amazing work by Echo, capitalizing on that Lord take, capitalizing on that blitz initiation, the counter initiation, if anything, because it was Escalera who started against Carlthys and completely flubbed, and then that resulted in this 3K gold lead, plus that Lord. I'm excited to see what the gold gains are at for that first Lord for Echo.
We'll see in just a bit. Almost at 1,000, maybe around 700 gold lead here for Kelra, but Benekyu should be able to already deal a healthy amount of damage again. That's a carry, mainly dealing true. And you see there the gold benefit for Echo, 2,000, almost 2,500.
And all the time, Kelra just not joining the fight.
That makes sense, because again, ONIC was sitting at maybe 400, 500 before that Lord fight.
Yeah. And now it's like at around 2.3, 2.4. So, another thing I'd like to point out there for Echo is the... Oh, sorry, for ONIC rather. Super Friends already up to a glowing wand. So that's one of the reasons why the tanky front line of Echo take a lot of damage from the low Yi.
Just like that. Just like that. You saw JP's HP basically go from 100 to 40 in one combo.
Forcing him to do the WC, the DWC there.
Defensive wall charge?
Sneaky.
Yep.
Nice.
Where are they going? Where are they going? All right, they're just resetting.
Road trip.
So that they can diversion elsewhere. Again, diversion's at max range now.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts at pretty big range ever since the rework.
Now it's even bigger. But interesting, because Super Friends and ONIC, they diversion, but they don't stay. It's as if we go here and there's a play, we make it.
Yep.
If we go here and there's no play, we rotate.
Yeah, ever since that first diversion attempt, that's been the modus here.
Ah, interesting. Because I know some other regions around the world, players around the world, when they pick up the low Yi, they wait. But no, ONIC just continued the motion.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of motions here, it seems to be the start of the Lord dance as we are seeing the Lord put up very, very low. King Kong Super Prince very much nearby, but no diversion yet. It's still on cooldown. Escalera has it though, and another miss! Oh no, flicker wall charge for JP, that is huge!
Oh,
Coffee securing up that Lord, but Kelra is here this time around. Getting a lot of damage coming in from that Claude. Jumping in, he is trapped, he is slowed, he can't move, and that's a double for Kelra.
The Filipino Savage getting 2 on the way out. Now it's on like Donkey Kong. They did lose the Lord, but they are gonna make moves on the map.
Oh, Sanji.
Oh,
That's a nail in the coffin right there.
Surprise, surprise! It's ONIC time, and their signature low Yi pickup. A lot of questions there on the side of Echo. Actually, I have mainly one. Why did Carl TZ commit the detonous welcome dash onto the mid?
Questionable.
Was he trying to get Super Friends? I thought he'd use it to get away. But actually, the engagement of JP was able to stun King Kong in time, which left King Kong stuck in Shield Unity form. But right now, Echo won't be able to make much with this Lord as he gets stopped by ONIC.
Small moments of indecision can punish hard.
Yeah.
2 minutes until this next Lord comes up. It's Lord apiece. Rather, Echo has taken both, but ONIC allows for them to actually net negative. I'm already looking forward to this being net negative for Echo.
Yeah, because ONIC are farming. Farming hard, by the way.
And they're keeping this tier 1 in mid. Never mind.
No, they
Yeah,
lose
it's
it.
gone.
That's a big wave spawned with the Lord.
Yeah, and now Echo should be much happier here because that middle tower standing stopped them from being overly aggressive here into the purple side. That's why here's Echo. A little bit more forward now.
Ooh. Attempted Grand Theft
Oh!
Purple. Sanford!
Oh, Sanford gets it.
That was smooth.
That's something.
Ah, Sanford focus.
That's your lunch money taken away by 40.
And he's going to be able to walk on now there. Obviously, he has Firaga armor. He has so many tools.
Sanford escapes.
Sanford escape.
By the way, quick shout out to everyone in RG who gives me flack for building Sea Halberd for Xborg. It's a thing, y'all. It's a thing.
There you go. As called, it was a negative gold benefit.
Negative gold.
Again, Raptor, who is bullying you for picking up
Why
the
would
Sea
they?
Halberd?
Every time.
What would they do rather?
Why don't you just guys focus?
Durans?
I don't know with them.
Tell them to focus on winning. Cause
Dominant size?
Yeah. To
all
be
you can
fair,
do.
my Xborg win rate isn't that high, but still, Sea Halberd's correct.
What is but a win rate but a number? Talking about numbers, look at the damage dealt by Super Prince.
No, of course.
Just barreling on forward. Damage taken though.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that Grok's basic kit doesn't do anything against magic damage.
Yeah.
That's right.
So he has to itemize very specifically.
Yeah, the passive that he gets from the
More damage.
Earthen Force, was it?
And
Earthen Force, yes.
Yeah, from Earthen Force. It's for
Previously-
physical.
It was previously Ancient Blessing.
Yeah, it's for physical now. Before it used to be for physical and magic. And then at the same time, it just makes sense. Super Friends, highest damage dealt, most damage taken. Of course, it's JP, Carl TZ, and Sanford. We've been seeing them eating up the abilities of the low E all game long.
Especially Sanford, man. That's where ours did pop so many times.
Ooh.
He's able to walk out each and every turn.
All right, here we go. Lord number 3. That's 40 and Carl looking to dance. ONIC biding their time. Waves at relatively equilibrium. It's both red and blue, meeting right about the river. And Lord now at a fifth of its health.
This time it's Echo who's trying to go for a stealth play here. JP close by, has a wild charge available. Who's going to be the target though?
Oh, great
and
wall.
Kelra, he's looking for it.
Oh!
Right now he gets to Escalera and Kelra, but the follow-up damage is counterintuitive. It's ONIC time! It's ONIC going ham! And they are wiping the floor.
Oh, Sanji takes
Sanji,
out
though.
Kelra in the back.
Whoa.
Oh, easy down.
Oh, there's a play, there's a play. I don't know where this is going, but it's going to be King Kong with the Lord. Sanji!
Sanji.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh!
Run,
The
John!
outplay! The outplay is real! Super Prince, what a god!
Eventually, ONIC stands tall, 3 for 2, and finally the Sonic score a Lord. And wait, Benny's not done. Benny's not done. He backs off.
Backs off.
A rare moment of missed time there by Echo. Sanji not exactly at the right position to help follow up the setup of JP. Echo not completely in the right position to follow up. And now it has led to this. ONIC getting the Lord and ONIC pushing Echo back.
And just as quickly, look at the map. It's all blue. Previously, it was ONIC who couldn't even leave Tier 2. Now they have but one Tier 2, and Echo just has their inhibitors left. This Lord has done work. Check this out. It actually penetrated bottom alone.
Wow.
What?
And that's how battered and bruised Echo were, that they can't defend the Lord completely.
They sent 40 like maybe 2 or 3 seconds too late.
Yeah. And now, Echo are going to have to find a way to manage the bottom lane as they now play around the late game Lords. We're heading into 20 minutes in. You mentioned Slobber Knocker earlier, Leo, and that's exactly what we're getting so far in this series. I think the items, both gold laners already built up to max. Immortalities onto 2 members on the side of ONIC. Diversion coming in, and it's Kelra that they're sending.
It's a solo mission.
Really
Solo
just
mission.
to clear.
For the gold
Oh, and it's BMI.
standard. That's
They're showing off.
a mechanic right there.
That's a mechanic.
New mechanic unlocked
Yeah.
for all of our ranked gamers.
So I've always thought so there is enough time. You can leave the BMI, just time it right at the same time the animation's about to end for the dispersion.
You can go back anytime
sorry,
as long as the
diversion.
BMI's up.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, I still can't get over the fact that you can leave a diversion, channel it, and then be part of a little fight and then get out of there.
Yeah.
We've seen
That'd be
that.
something.
We've seen that a couple of times in Season 13 already. So today, in this 20-minute bout, again, the first time we've passed the 20-minute mark in all of today's games, we're already seeing more mechanics from this super fam. Echo, though, they're still on the board. It's not like they're not putting anything on. The fact that they're keeping this gold lead very tight, about 1,500, means they still have something up their sleeves. What is that, though? I'm struggling to find that because ONIC seems to have got them back-to-back in 2 team fights.
You're showing off right now, though.
Yeah.
and to a good effect. They're getting gold
Yeah.
for Kelra, so that's still effective.
I mean, we also have to acknowledge the fact that the combination of the right rotation and the dispersion together, again, if you hit the opposite mark of the yin and yang, there's a little bit of like a pullback. It's a tempo breaker for team fights for Echo. And at the same time, Escalera just landed a really great final slash that broke the tempo of Echo's team fight. That when you saw Sanji was trying to get through from the back, the moment that final slash hit, that's when Sanji sort of like double-guessed himself, like, oh, should I still get close? All right, I'll wait for Kelra instead. He was able to get the pick off on Kelra, but Sanji just couldn't join the team fight. He just had to settle for the pick off.
Loi's like the original tempo breaker for...
Oh.
What?
What just happened?
This is the second time we've seen Lord flicker like that.
Yeah.
His animation was cut short by the Grok's
The wall.
wall.
The wall, there,
Yeah.
wall.
Guardian's Barrier does that. Anyways, back to the dance here. Lord approaching half health. Look at this, Benny Cutie hiding in that bush. Sanji sent home. Oh, Escalera with the roam boots.
Yeah, JP looking for another target here, maybe for a flicker wild charge. But JP, I think he bumped into a wall here, and now everyone is dancing around the dispersion this time around. It's Echo still running for the hills here.
Everyone's
JP, the tanks are gone. Sanji's probably next here. And Carl TZ is the last remaining guy. Benacuti somewhere on the map. He is going to get taken out by Gem as well.
Kelra!
1v1 with the literal great one, Carl TZ.
Oh no, that was a 4 for none.
4 for none.
Oh dear Lord.
It's
Still
just,
standing, by the way. Lord wasn't touched.
yeah, no one decided to commit it. It's just Carl left, and all he can do is stand and watch as Echo have crumbled in front of the Hedgehog.
It's 30 seconds before the next Echo member. This is
Dear
done.
God! The Super Fam are on a rampage.
Go!
What a show of force, a show of mechanics, and non-stop action.
That's ONIC PH. Taking game 1, drawing first.